Sago everyone, it's Galeno Douglas here, and we are out here on this chilly winter day getting ready to start the process of tanning, hide tanning. Sorry I'm out of breath. I had to carry everything to my workstation. I use this just to put the hide on. I have gloves just because it's cold out, and make sure if you are going to be trying to tan a hide, you are wearing clothes that you don't mind smelling like a deer for the rest of your life. This is the tool I use for the first part. The first part, what I did was when I first got the hide, I am soaking it right now. I'll show you, it's right here. It's in a 5-gallon bucket with a little bit of potassium hydroxide, and what that does, it kind of like swell up the hide and makes it a whole lot easier to flesh. Fleshing is when you take out the membranes and you kind of take off the excess meat, the excess muscle that's attached to the hide. So that's the step we are getting ready to do right now, so let's get to it. So just a forewarning too, if anyone has a weak stomach, this video, I'm sorry, is not the greatest video to be watching. I do want everyone to know though, I am doing a small piece of a hide because I'm trying out a new method. So I'm doing the smaller piece the original way that I do it, and the way that I do it is going to be different from the next person or someone you may know. Everybody has their own ways of doing hides. And but yes, this is pretty graphic. I will show you what the hide will be looking like after the fleshing and kind of during the process. But this hide was, this deer gave itself up to my partner, and we use it all. So every single piece of meat that was on the deer is in our freezer right now. And you know, whenever we see people asking for a deer roast or deer meat, we give it to them, and we never ask for money in return. That's just the way we were always taught, was you never, you know, you share what you have. You know, pieces of the bones are used in the hide process. The brains are used during the hide process. You know, the deer, it gives itself up, and we give thanks to that deer, and we use every part of the deer. And so I just wanted to give a little bit of the story of the deer before we keep going. It was a buck. It was a pretty aged buck. It was actually pretty big. So the piece of hide that I am working on now is actually just a small piece of it. So I just got done fleshing the one side, so I will give you guys a quick look because I am doing a small hide. I don't need to soak it back in the potassium hydroxide solution, because usually if I was doing a bigger hide, I would, sorry, make sure you like tie up your dogs, because this is like ultimate snacks. Is a deer hide. My dog is staring at it right now. But so when you do a bigger hide, I usually soak it. It makes it easier. As you can see, now it's nice and smooth. There is no muscle or any membranes left. Maybe just a few pieces. I'll just cut them off after. But yeah, so I don't really need to soak it again, because as you can see, I just start to scrape off the hair side, and it's coming off really easily. And that's what the potassium hydroxide does, is it makes it easier for the hair to come out. So yes. Hey everyone, so we're going on, I think it might be day 3. So in the last few minutes I was talking about that I cut part of the hide off to show you guys like a demonstration and take you through all the steps. So the part of the hide that I did cut off was more the hind quarters of the deer, so like the back end and the behind area. And those are usually the more tougher areas. So when I was getting ready to start scraping off the hair, some of it came off easily and some of it didn't. So I put it in a pretty weak solution of the potassium hydroxide, just to swell up that area a little bit more to make the hair easier to come out. So I let it soak overnight all day. So now I'm getting ready to pull it out, and I'll show you a video of how it looks scraping all the hair off. It's usually called the graining process. As you can tell, it's nice and snowy here. I think that's one of the beautiful things about hide tanning is that you kind of really have to trust your intuition and go with your gut feeling, and you kind of have to get to know the hide and all of its flaws, where things will be a bit more tougher, where you have to soak places more, and it's all trial and error, learning as you go, which is something that I love. And it really makes you, get out here in the elements of Mother Earth. Like, it's pretty cold out. It's actually freezing out. And I would just love to be all cuddled up inside, but I have to tan a hide. And so it's making me get right out there. And, you can't be afraid of it. You have to just go forward with it. So, yeah. So you can see here, I done the graining process. This little piece is no more hair. So now I am going to get ready and create a weak solution, which is usually just water and vinegar to neutralize the hide, because it is swollen, because that's what we wanted, right? When we wanted to take rid of all the muscle and the membrane and the hair off, we wanted it swollen, we wanted the pores open. So now we're trying to neutralize it to make it a little bit more intact. So I'm going to fill up my water with hot water because it's wicked cold out, and I really want the vinegar to kind of seep into the skin to try to bring the swelling down. That will usually take probably like a whole day or a whole night or a whole day and night. So I'll check on it tomorrow morning and we'll get started on the next process.